All right, we're gonna make fry. Things you're gonna need are rice, corn, chicken, cornstarch and oil. Cornstarch for the chicken. Carrots and onion, those things go together. Garlic, ginger, maybe one of those if you want one. And then for the seasoning of the rice, we're going for salt, some black pepper, some white pepper, some sugar. And then for the sauces, soy sauce and oyster sauce. And then you're gonna have some eggs too. I usually wanna put more than that, but I don't have that many eggs. And then broccoli. First, the rice. This is sushi rice, but you can use whatever. Uno. And uno. Turn that shit on. But I cut up the chicken. I made it a bit smaller. I chuck in a little bit of oil. I'm gonna chuck in a little soy sauce. Chuck in some cornstarch. And then you wanna mix that shit up. That looks like that. Pretty much. Next, I'm gonna prepare the seasoning. So a bit of black pepper, like salt, quite a lot. Probably gonna have to add more in the end. Then some white pepper. I quite like white pepper. That's maybe like a teaspoon. Then big old tablespoon of sugar. Sauce. It's about one. This is the oyster sauce. It's much thicker. 1, 2. So there, my eggs cracked. Add a bit of oil again, starting to see a pattern. Until it is all even. Broccoli has been washed and cut like little trees. Super important step. So the rice is done. Just laid it evenly on a tray, and now I'm gonna put it in front of a fan for like 25 minutes. Okay, so this is all the prep after cutting everything up and everything. So we got all those things probably took me like a half an hour, and the rice is ready to go. So now we're gonna cook these one by one and then put them back in the bowls and then get them ready to chuck into the final fried rice. All right, first I'm gonna do the carrots. So in goes the oil, of course. So the carrots are gonna become much less. We're gonna dehydrate them basically by cooking them, and also you might have to add more oil, and I like to add a bit of butter too. You know how you can caramelize onions and you can caramelize carrots? It's kind of the idea. So I'm gonna add some butter too, because that's how you generally do that. It's very hard to burn because it just kind of loses its water. So it's pretty much ready now. It's been cooking for like 5 minutes or so. You can see there's a lot less of it. All right, just added some more oil to the pan, and now I'm doing the chicken. And been marinating for a while. I also forgot to steam the broccoli, so that's happening now. And yeah, it's always on like max when you're making Asian food. And don't flip it too quickly. You want it to get all golden on one side. So you see that? That's nice and golden there. So now I can start to flip it. It's been like a minute maybe. Now I can move that around. It only needs like another minute or so before it's completely cooked. All right, 1 minute later, looking pretty good. We can take it out now. All right, since the broccoli is still going, I'm going to do the egg now. So just trying to take the egg and bam. Okay, for the egg, kind of keep moving it like that. So it's not liquidy anymore. And then it's done. You don't want to overcook it. So just do it like that. Oh, it's not so liquidy anymore. Then you're gonna flip it. And then you can start to break it into pieces already. Put it in maybe. Alright. Now that's done. This is quite fun now. Just cut it up into tiny little pieces. All right, the broccoli is al dente. Oops. If I go in there. Oil. Broccoli. Now I'm gonna do this the same way that I always do it. So let that cook for a bit. Get a bit of texture. And then gonna add some more oil on the side. And then there comes a little bit of garlic. And also comes a little bit of ginger. The rest I'm gonna use for fried rice. Good to get a bit of flavor here. And before it burns, toss it all up. A little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of oyster sauce, and maybe some fish sauce. Mix it all up. Get the liquids to be absorbed. Okay, it's looking pretty good now. I'm gonna take it out. All right, now the rice. You gotta make sure that you don't burn your garlic and your ginger, so they shouldn't be there for very long. Bit of oil. First goes the ginger. Followed up by the garlic. And then I pretty much instantly added the rice now. So you want to keep flipping it so the garlic and ginger is not at the bottom. You want to kind of cook the rice a bit. I forgot to add my little green peppers, so they're cooking now. And then also try to break apart all these little clumps of rice, because it usually does get a bit sticky after it's been dried. All right, most of the clumps are gone, and I've cooked the rice for a bit, so it gets a little toasty. And now you're gonna add the seasoning stuff, the sugar, the salt, all that. Sprinkle it on top. And now you're gonna mix that all together. Carrot, onion. Dump that all in there. And now we're gonna add the sauce we have here. All right, next I'm adding the broccoli. And you want it to be hot so that all the juice kind of evaporate. You don't want it to be like a liquidy fried rice. Then goes the chicken. Look how much more there is. Now I'm gonna add the egg and the corn. So there's all the egg I just added. Now I'm gonna add a bit of the corn. I don't want that much. Yeah, it's probably good. And that's done. It's a huge amount of food, and there's a ton left over.